Or
who has been like your mentor, I guess, in the industry that you're in, like, you know, that has really helped you get through the path of things? Or on top of that, is there somebody that you want to actually come in contact with, to work with, that your ultimate aspirations to work with?
I have 2 mentors. One right now, he's been my mentor, Jasper Cameron. Great.
The second person being Peninsula Gall, the director of CSAC here in Atlanta. She kind of raised me here, and well, I moved to Atlanta in 2010, so you know, I've been under her since I've been here. And then also Andre Harrell, and I'm blessed to say this, but he is, you know, one of my mentors that I talk to from time to time. And my mentor now is Capricio Scatz, who's also my boss at Arrow Records. I mean, he's a genius, and I'm just so blessed to be able to work under him at Arrow Records. So those 4 people really. Oh, I cannot forget my spiritual mentor, Robin Thicke. I'm not Robin Thicke, sorry. Robin Nicole Kendrick. Sorry. Robin Nicole Kendrick. When I'm at my lowest point, I don't know, I think we have a good connection. She calls me and she first.
Based on what you see, sit down and actually talk to people and actually understand where they came from, what they're going through, and where they plan to go. Because there's so many things that you see that you think is what you're seeing, but it's not actually the case. Mm-hmm. You know, and for my thing is acting, I'm sorry. You know, that's all I can speak on. Everybody is music. I wish I could sing, but you know, in acting, there's so many roles that you get that is just like, this is awesome, but then you never know what that person had to turn down or what they didn't get. You know, and at the same time, it goes back to being grounded, because it's just a thing of, sometimes you can want something so bad, and it might not be for you, and so then you have to learn to accept the fact that it might not be for you.
True.
And move it.
Character first and foremost, beyond anything that I do creatively, but as it relates to the work that I do, I want it to be work that stands the test of time, that 10 years after I'm gone, you can still pull up work that I've done and it's still relevant melodically, lyrically. Yeah, timeless. And I think that that's something that, you know, it takes a lifetime to have a body of work that merits that, you know. But, you know, there's some examples out here, you know, like your Quincy Jones, who have lived to actually see, you know, their body of work mean something in the grand scheme of things, even before they're gone. So that's a blessing.
I approached that question a little differently in my head, because I just thought about, like, if I died today, what would people remember about me tomorrow, or thought of me? And I just started thinking about everything that I've been doing. So mentoring young girls who want to break into the industry because it's hard for us. And also, you know, using my talents. I might be like the only baby executive on the panel. I do songwrite, but I'm on the business side of the music and publishing, marketing, and promotion. So I remember me by, because I mean, the other stuff is gonna come as a byproduct of it, but the stuff that matters is, you know, community really.
Just to, you know, they touch on everything. I just want people to remember me by, like they said, your character. I don't want to be attached to anything negative. You know, and I also want to be able to leave something here that will inspire somebody else that may want to do what I'm doing, or, you know, feel like giving up. But
that are already doing it, and really, really opening yourself up to constructive criticism. I think a lot of times, you know, when you're pursuing it, you don't have the right counsel, and so you got a lot of people around you telling you, you know, you're hot, you're everything, you know what I mean? Yo, you should be on, or trying to compare. And I just think that's a misconception, is to think that when you get on, that's the end all be all. There's a lot more associated with, like you said, in any field of entertainment. Right. You know, so I would say that the key to that is finding someone who's already in the way of what you're doing, and get with them and see if you can glean information from them. You know, right. That's really the key. That's been the transitional point. I think in all of our careers we can point to certain key people who you get with, and then from that point on, your whole craft changes. And it's those key moments that, you know, I think that if you're genuinely talented, there'll be multiple people. You know, if you're not talented, you'll meet that one person that'll tell you, listen, you ain't got it. And I think that's important too, because I had this guy came to my house and he was like, you know, yeah, I rap, you know what I mean? I rap, I sing, I write. I was like, well, rap something. Hold on. you know, and then go into the, you know, like just being prepared for your opportunities, because you never know when somebody might be like, yo, let me hear something.
Right.
I was in the studio, I went by to just visit some writers that were working on Mario's album. In the process, speaking with him, he was like, you got any tracks? Of course. We put on the track. He loves it, you know what I mean? So that's a prime example.
I would say, never let anybody tell you can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, just speaking for myself, like I came to Atlanta not knowing anybody at all. And for somebody to tell me back then that I'd be a part of anything Beyonce is doing or whatever, even though it's a goal and it's a dream, you know, it's kind of like, wow, I wouldn't believe it back then. But, you know, like you said, man, it's about who you meet. You got to get out here and network. You got to be just willing to really make this what you want to do. You know what I mean? I find a lot of people who say, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they find every excuse in the book. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I say network.
Always be a student of life. Just learn something new about what you're doing every day. Because you can waste a lot of time out here thinking you know something about the business that you're trying to pursue, and then you fall short. And then it's not for you. You've wasted years of trying to do something that's not built for you. So definitely learn what you're doing so you can be the best at it and get paid.
And if that's your craft, then deliver. You know what I'm saying? Deliver to the best of your abilities. And I guarantee you, somebody that sees it is going to want to further you or better you.
And then also be determined, because like every time you hear a no doesn't mean that it's never gonna happen.
Right.
It just means that it's not for you at that time. And so what are you doing your end to make sure that when that opportunity is again, you get a yes instead of a no? You know.